I'm so happy to introduce our alum, Andrew Bigley, today to you. Andrew, would you mind introducing yourself a little bit?
Hi, my name's Andrew Bigley, and I'm the materials engineering supervisor at Contact Technologies in St. Mary's, Pennsylvania. And like many other plants in our area, we're a powdered metal company. So we manufacture powdered metal components for the electrical sector.
Wonderful. When did you graduate from Penn State DuBois?
I graduated in 2017 with my applied materials engineering degree.
Tell us a little bit about your journey in engineering so far.
Okay, so I actually started out as an intern at Contact Technologies between my fall and winter semester over the summer. And I've been here ever since. I've been here 7 years now in the spring. Started out, like I said, as an intern, worked my way up to just regular materials engineer. And now I'm actually in charge of the engineering and quality departments for the contact manufacturing area. So I've worked my way up.
hmm So the internship experience you thought was very helpful?
Yes, very much so. It was nice to kind of go out into the real world and learn how to apply the things we had learned in school. And then you could also go back with your professors and be like, hey, we had messed around with this a little bit. Could you explain it a little bit further or teach us more in depth? Or it seems like in industry, we're doing more of this. Could you show us this? So I think it was a very great opportunity.
Yeah, I think it helps with your transition because as a student pursuing your degree, you have a different mindset from being an industry professional. So in that sense, I think the internship you're talking about could have been a very good opportunity for you to get more acclimated. That's what you're talking about, correct?
Yes, 100%. You kind of can go back to class then the next year and know what lectures are important and know what you really need to focus on.
Yeah, yeah. This is a great segue into my next question, which is more about sharing your experience with us working in industry. What is it so different from being a student? Maybe you can tell us a little bit about your day to day. What do you do every day at work?
So I do anywhere from quoting to say a customer will come and want a completely new contact material designed. I'm the one that designs that or leads the team in designing that all the way through molding to shipping it out the door.
So there's a lot going on. Definitely, it must have given you a different perspective now since you started as an intern, right, over the years.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think in school you kind of just do whatever the teacher says. You don't really critical think. And then you kind of learn here, oh, as an engineer, if there's a problem, everyone is looking to you to fix it. There's no asking for help. You've got to go out and do the research on your own and solve the problem on your own, which I think is kind of one of the bigger changes going from education to working in industry. And I think that Penn State DuBois did a great job in preparing me for that. Um, some of the professors, they kind of have the reputation, oh, they won't help me out. Well, then when you get into industry, you realize that they're actually the ones that help you out the most because they gave you enough information that you knew where to look, knew what to look up, knew what to read, but they didn't give you the answer because in industry no one gives you the answer. You have to figure it out yourself. And that's kind of what makes you a great engineer is learning how to critically think and where to find the answers.
You seem to be appreciating the way your professors taught you when it comes to engineering, where they
Yes,
didn't really feed you, but have you learn how to fish yourself.
Exactly, teach a man how to fish. Um, one of the professors at one point in time had told me, you don't have to know everything to be an engineer. You have to know that it exists and know who does know it or know where to get the information.
Maybe you could share some fond memories during your undergraduate years at Penn State DuBois.
Yeah. So when I went to Penn State DuBois, I also was on the wrestling team, which I think wrestling is a great sport to be in. It teaches you how to work hard. It teaches you how to grind, and it shows you that if you work hard, you're going to be rewarded for it. So it was actually my freshman year. I had qualified for the national tournament, and it was in Dallas, Texas. And after the tournament, we had some downtime, so we went to Top Golf. It was my first time ever actually swinging a golf club, let alone playing a game. So my first swing, I actually managed to hit myself in the forehead with the ball.
Oh my gosh, no!
That was probably one of my funniest memories. Everyone had a good laugh, as you can imagine.
Do you have any tips for our current students?
Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. So even if you're not the smartest person in the room, if you're willing to put the work in and study and read and learn, you're going to pass your peers that maybe are more naturally smart. Never stop working, embrace the grind. That's kind of a wrestling saying. And then also always do the right thing, even if no one's watching. A lot of the opportunities I got in my life were because I always said please and thank you and treated everyone with respect. And you would be surprised how far that can go in today's world. Everyone remembers that, and you don't know what kind of opportunities you'll open yourself up for.
My next question is more about how you actually got where you are now. What I'm trying to say here is, you must have gone through this process of deciding on what you want to pursue as a career. Was it very clear from the very beginning in your case? Engineering was your thing?
For me, I think yes. When I was in high school, I knew that I wanted to stay local to the area. I didn't want to move far. I seem to have a natural liking of physics, and I went to high school at Clarion Area High School, and the physics teacher was a very good teacher and a very big role model, not only to me but a lot of other fellow classmates. And he actually recommended Penn State DuBois to me. He said, well, I can see you like physics. You seem to like science, good in math. So he actually recommended pursuing engineering. And he had told me that if I go to Penn State DuBois, I could complete all 4 years there. And he actually helped sign me up for the engineering day. And when I went there, I knew that that's what I wanted to do. And I absolutely love it every day.
You already talked about this a little bit, but when it comes to making these decisions about what you want to pursue as a career, what type of activities did you try along the way that really helped inform your decisions or career choices in this case?
Honestly, surprising enough, I would actually say wrestling helped me the most because it just really taught me to work hard. And especially college, any major is not easy, but especially engineering, it's one of the most rigorous bachelor degrees you can get. And it's easy to give up, not want to keep pushing through. And so the whole and I think this would be any sport in general. I think it's drilled into your head no matter what sport you play. Like you always try your best, always try your hardest. If you work hard, you'll succeed. I think I had said it a little bit earlier, but my favorite saying is hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
I know it's very meaningful. I mean, that phrase is very meaningful to you because you keep repeating it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
And
it's
I,
always been
I
something.
really, yeah, also believe in the benefit of working hard as much as you can, because I think the rest of it just comes very naturally when you work hard and when you, of course, work smartly at the same time. As you said, when you were talking about getting more organized and those types of things. But I think the baseline is really you doing your best every day, trying to use your time to its best potential, pretty much.
And people see that also, whether it's your boss, your coworkers, anyone, um, when they see the amount of time you're willing to put in, how hard you're willing to work, that really opens up the doors for a lot of opportunities that you might not have expected.
So do you have a mentor at this point, or did you have a mentor when you were going to college? What is the role of mentoring in your life?
Like I had said before, my physics teacher in high school was a big role model. And I think that role models are very important in any state of your life because you are who you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself with successful, hardworking people, that will rub off on you. You'll pick up their traits and go the same path that they go. If you surround yourself with unsuccessful people, people that always seem to have an excuse as to why they didn't make it or why whatever is happening to them, you'll tend to be in the same shoes as them. So you are who you surround yourself with.
Do you have any career aspirations? You are already doing really well, but what would be the next thing you will be pursuing in your engineering career?
I think eventually I will go back to school and either get my master's or PhD in materials engineering. Um, our industry is kind of a niche market. There's not a whole lot of powdered metal contact manufacturers. So there's not a lot of published knowledge and research in that respect. And I think even with my bachelor's degree, I've realized that there's a lot of relatively low hanging fruit. So I think I want to go back to school, get the education, and maybe write some books on that. Maybe be an author, be a role model to someone else.
That's exactly how you give back, right?
Yeah.
So you pay it forward. So I think that's exactly what you're talking about here, which is great. And
Um,
I'm so happy to hear that you want to pursue these higher degrees and you want to pursue the academia.
one of the favorite parts of my job is teaching the younger engineers. We actually have quite a big internship program during the summer. Last year we had 9 interns. We actually just hired another engineer this spring, graduated from Penn State DuBois, and I always make sure that my door is open to teach them the ways of engineering and explain why things are the way they are. I think it's always important as an engineer that you understand the why. So where if you have another situation that maybe isn't exactly the same, if you understand why, you can make it work.
I salute to you for all you're doing for our future engineers. Once again, thank you very much for spending some time with me today. I think it was a great conversation we had, and I'm sure there are so many people out there watching the video appreciating your effort to share your experience and once again paying it forward. Thank you again, Andrew.
Yep. Thank you.